I'm looking for affection in all the wrong places. And we'll keep falling on each other to feel that.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I've been traveling. I was in New York for Fashion Week, and I just recently got back a few days ago, so I took a little break, and I am here to produce that content, you know? So today is going to be super fun. We are going to be doing a candle spell like usual, but we're going to be adding a few extra elements that I haven't done on this channel yet. So I started doing a skull candle magic sequence this week, just where we do skull candle spells every day to try to affect change in someone's mind. So the first day we used an actual skull candle, but since I didn't want to spend this whole week using up my skull candle collection, we decided to use a skull figurine with a candle melted on top. So that's what we are going to be doing today. This spell is really great for influencing change in someone's mind, whether you want them to feel like they should give you money, whether you want them to feel like they should give you more love, more affection, anything like that. Anything you can influence within someone else's mind, we're gonna do that today. So stick around and we will get right into it. Okay, so I have Green Witch here with me today. For those of you who don't know, we own a business together, and since this spell is going to be centered on something we want to manifest for our business, we're going to do it together. You could hear from her, you could see her, you could not. She could just be mysteriously sitting next to me, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to go over what you will need for this. You can either use a skull candle like we did yesterday, or you can use a skull figurine. I have a plastic skull here that I got from the dollar store that will work perfectly. You will need candles to burn on top of the skull if you don't have a skull candle. So I have a white candle here to represent our target. I have a black candle to represent negativity and doubts we want to banish from this person's mind. And I have a green candle here, which relates to what we're trying to affect. If you wanted to affect the way they view you in a love aspect, you could use a red candle. You can substitute the green candle for anything specific that you're trying to do, but you definitely need the white candle to represent the person and the black candle to represent the doubts and reservations they have about doing this work for you. I'm also going to be using a white candle to represent me, Brittany, and our business, along with 2 orange candles to represent energy and add that extra effect into our spell. We made some commanding oil yesterday, so I will be using that to anoint our skull and our skull candles. I have black cat oil to anoint the candles that represent us and our business. I have shaved licorice root, which is great for commanding. We're going to use this in our candle dressing, along with dillweed, ginger, and fennel. Going to be putting hotfoot powder on the plate around the skull candle to help speed this up and get this person thinking about the work that we want done for us. Going to be plating 2 cinnamon sticks throughout my candles on the plate, and sugar, because I don't want this spell to be like a scary domination thing. I don't want this person to be scared of us. We want this person to want to do this for us because they like us and they care about us and they want us to succeed. So you can, change this for any intention that you have in mind. You can use salt or some vinegar if you're trying to sour this person's mind about you, but that's not what we're doing. We're being nice witches today. We are also going to be making some spirit powder to better associate the skull candle and the skull with the person we are targeting with this. So I've already written the person's name and birthday 3 times each on this, and also I wrote down exactly what we wanted to happen. You can add some herbs to this if you want, whatever can better support your spell, but I'm just going to leave this like it is today. I did put some commanding oil on it. So the first thing we're going to do is burn this and get our spirit powder going. Okay, so while that finishes burning, I'm going to set this to the side so we can work on our candles. Okay, so I kind of skipped ahead. I have already carved these candles, but I'll kind of tell you what you need to do if you're carving these yourself. For the white candle, you are going to write the person's name along with their birthday. For the black candle, you are going to write reservations or doubts. I wrote both on here. And for the green candle, since this is about prosperity and money and wealth, I wrote some things that have to do with the specific thing that we're asking for, some specific keywords that go with it. Like I said, you can adjust this spell to whatever your intentions are. We are going to start by anointing our skull with our commanding oil. Going to anoint all of our candles with commanding oil. Okay, so for our candle dressing, I'm going to be putting some fennel out on our paper. Fennel is really good for commanding people to do your bidding. Ginger is good for speed and acceleration. Dillweed is good for luck and prosperity. And I'm gonna shave down one of these sticks off camera and add it to this as well. Okay, now that we have all that mixed up, we are going to bring back our spirit powder. I'm going to mix this in with our herbs. Going to roll these candles towards us. You want to make sure you really push the herbs and ashes into the words you have carved into the candle. Alright, we're going to set all of that to the side for now. We're going to work on our other candles. I'm going to be anointing these with black cat oil for luck, because we want as much luck added to this spell as we can get. And I am only going to be dressing these with dillweed because it truly is one of the best herbs for luck and prosperity. To make it easier to attach these 3 candles to the skull and to really bind all of their qualities and elements together, I'm going to be dripping wax on these to bind them. Okay, so now I'm going to be securing everything to the plate. This skull is pretty lightweight, so I'm also going to be securing it with wax. And I'm sorry, you guys probably won't be able to see that part this well because I have to have the skull facing me to make sure I have everything safely done. Alright, now that we have those candles placed on top of the skull, I am going to start putting down the candles that represent us and our desires right in front of it. We want these candles to loom over the skull as the candles burn down. So I am just dripping wax over the candles that represent us in order to secure them to the plate and to bind all of the herbs and oils together. You want to think about making this into one candle. So I'm going to take my hot foot powder and I'm going to sprinkle it at the base of the skull because I want this person to feel very strongly and I want her to act fast. I'm going to put some sugar around the candles that represent us. Then I'm going to lay my cinnamon sticks like an X. And you guys know me, I love to add the buffalo teeth, so we're gonna add 4 of those for extra power, extra animalistic energy. Alright guys, so this is our finished plated skull candle spell. I'm going to be taking this over to my coffee table so I can watch it as it burns. You definitely want to keep an eye on the candles that you stuck to the top of the skull because that could be really bad if they decide to separate or fall off. Alright guys, so I am going to get this all set up and I will record it as it burns so you can have a nice aesthetic time lapse there for your day. It was lovely doing this spell with all of you, and I hope you will tune into my next video, which should be up later this week. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you guys think, so don't be afraid to reach out. Okay, bye.
No filter on your mouth, we know you talk in your sleep. Remembering the times they won't remember me. Our nights melt into sequels, you sink into me. I'm laying on the floor, we're drinking 'cause we're bored.